Hi guys, good morning. My name is Rohit Prakash. Hope your journey this far has been nice, pleasant, and if you somewhat productive. If not, it's never too late to start being productive. And this is today's thoughts for somewhat wisdom. Again, my name is Rohit Prakash. I've been going one letter G today, and 6 days prior I started. So we started with the letter A. So for each letter, we're doing an acronyms with. For each letter, there's three subcategories, subletters for the acronym. For instance, A was architecture, awareness, and acceptance. B was bright, brave, and believe. C was care, compassion, and compete versus identify. D was dharma, direction, and delivery. E was energy, empathy, eclectic. F was feel, felt, found, and now we're on G. And if you have a pen, guys, please, I really encourage you to write this stuff down, because there's nothing like putting pen to paper that it'll make like a little insignia inside your brain to remember automatically or subconsciously. That's just, I don't know why it works or how it works, but it just does. So if you can write it down, that'll be fantastic. Today's for G is grateful, gratitude, and genuine. Also, before I begin, I want to say a shout out to my business partner Andrew Schultz, the world WCK.org. I think that's World Something Kitchen, and the World Health Organization as well. Okay, with that being said, we want to be if you're fortunate enough, I never, before I entered some spiritual programs and I was getting over addiction, I never really thought about the word grateful, what it truly meant and what it was to be like, until you come close to, for most of us, for a lot of us, for me at least, it was only until I lost everything, including relationships, my spirituality, money, um, people, my livelihood, my immediate family members' respect, and my own respect. It wasn't until I lost that I started to see things as everything as a blessing and grateful for what I have and how I was brought up and who I was surrounded with. Because not that many people had that type of atmosphere or emotional climate or support system that I did naturally growing up as kids with certain types of people and certain types of teams and organizations and foundations, which I truly am grateful for. So when you approach everything as you're grateful for, everything seems like a blessing, or you feel lucky to have it. You feel as if though, y- and you always we kind of want to remind ourselves that we're grateful because of look what's going on right now. If you're able to donate, donate. If you could attend a spiritual program, do that, and that'll enlighten you to the utmost degree. Uh, our gratefulness comes from and these and this type of in this instance in particular, you were allowed to compare or identify ourselves with people that don't have as much as you do or we do. And when I say as much as you do or we do, I mean a roof over your head, living with your parents or not living with your parents, and food to eat, and clothing. Okay, because a lot of people out there don't have that. So if you have that and you have your own mindset and your health, if you have that and you're able to make decisions on your own and you're able to do that, then everything else is just gratitude. You already have the essentials. Everything else is just is on a different scale, right? If you have a car, you could have a Toyota, a Camry, or a Honda, or you could have a Mercedes, Lexus, Porsche, Lamborghini, etc., Ferrari, whatever, Tesla, etc. But if you have a boat, you could have a dinghy, then you could have a Boston whaler, you could have a yacht, etc. Everything is the same but on a different scale. If you have a house, you can have 1 story, 2 story, 3 story, a mansion, single family, a condominium, townhome, multiple different houses. But it's the same. The difference between uh, p- uh, poverty and wealth is not only mindset and how you manage money, but it's access. It's having access to certain things that other people don't have. And when you get to that kind of level the people that got that level, they understood what that they were able to work with what they have. And if you work with what you have and not always wanting to seek more, you're going to be grateful, very, very grateful when you get to that level of spiritual being. And also gratitude. Gratitude and gratefulness are kind of synonymous, but gratitude you could apply to all aspects. I feel gratitude we could apply to all aspects of our lives. Gratitude is a state of being in which that you never feel like you're missing out on something or wanting something else, right? You could aim for, I want to save this much money because I need to fix, I want to save, I need to save this much money because I want to buy or fix, I want to fix my car, or I want to buy this piece of canvas, this piece of art, right? Or I am, gratitude is knowing that what you have, but you're not always searching for material items to satiate your inner being and happiness. You already know that you want to get other things just to complement your gratification. It's all right to like nice stuff. It's all right to be in the best stuff, or strive for that, or to want to look good and know how to use your body to look good and model and all that. That's awesome. That's You could still be. I know there's a lot of models out there that have a tremendous amount of gratitude and they show it. There's a lot of people out there with lots of money that have a tremendous amount of gratitude when people show it, but they intentionally have to come off as arrogant, because people with lots of gratitude and lots of fame and lots of self-awareness and lots uh, of valuable stuff are an easy target for people that are not in the same frame of mind as you and I. Okay, so they don't want to associate or be out in the public, and they have to live in a different zone and in a different bubble. It has to be a kind of members only exclusive club, but it's not like they're doing that to be a snob. It's that we're doing that, they're doing that to protect the general public. Okay, and that's gratitude. And nothing replaces, for me, and I know a lot of other people, when you're struggling with addiction, or even if not, or you're kind of lost in life right now and you don't know who you really are, and things get chaotic in your mind, and no matter how crazy you come off, or you're not afraid to say how you feel, when you feel, or where you feel it, how you say it, but you always have to respect someone who's genuine. So that's the third G. First is grateful, second is gratitude, and this one is genuine. Genuine is like, I associate it's synonymous with authenticity. Genuine is like one of a kind, like, and the real you, the real way, what are you about? Even if you're gonna come off and rub somebody the wrong way, if you're not rubbing someone the wrong way, then you're not genuine. So there's gonna always be pieces of the puzzle that are gonna fit. There's always gonna be pieces of the puzzle that are not gonna fit. But as long as the whole puzzle listens to you, and you get your major point across, and what's the purpose behind it, and if there's not a negative agenda behind it, then you're not, then you're being genuine. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, yes, I'm glad I'm awake. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and eat cookies and milk. I don't know why, I just do. But that's me. That's something in my brain is triggered that way, wired that way. I don't know why it is. And if you're fortunate enough to have a spiritual program, a spiritual group, or books, and if you don't, you can just go on Google search or Bing.com or what have you, and just click in there or type in there, what what's for self development. Go to keepinspiringme.com, which is my business partner and I's website, that business partner and me, excuse me, website that you can type in there, keepinspiring.me, and you can find out a lot of different things about people's quotes and scientists and the way they thought and what the quotes mean and actually mean, because everybody has their own interpretation, right? And that's the beauty. That's one of the beautiful things about life. You could look at something, and you could look at a piece of canvas, a piece of art on the wall, And for one person, it could ignite a memory, right? And for another person, they could see things in it, and that will create a new memory. Or it could happen vice versa. So you could have 10 different or 15 different people looking at the same piece of artwork, and interpret it in different fashions, in different ways. But that's the beauty of things, and that goes about in life also. All that matters is how you apply it and how you interpret it, and it's not destructive or self-destructive. And pretty soon, when we start getting these types of things, gratefulness, gratitude, and and you become genuine and authenticity. These types of words are a very integral fabric of our communication and the way we think and the way we disseminate information. And pretty soon, the law of attraction, there's going to be people that that never been that came into your life before, whether it be on social media or whether it be outside in the real life. If you're out there, you're going to come across people that are going to that are going to think like you, or they're going to be more enlightened than you, and you're going to be able to learn from them. And they're going to be people, and we have to be able to check ourselves, put our ego in a box, and say, listen, this guy or girl has something that I don't have. Even though no matter how much money you have or what degrees you have, how many books you've written, what members of Congress you are, what your affiliation, a party is, but there's something about this gentleman or this woman and the dynamics of the way that they speak or carry themselves, or what they said, the content of the message, not how it was said, but the content of it. I never heard it put it in such a way like that it captivated me and for me to memorize it. And that is being genuine. We're human beings, right? And as human beings, we're already instilled, we're programmed to. That's just the way the mind works. Someone walks in, and from when we were younger, someone walks in, we judge. Automatically, things go up. But nowadays, because our mind has been trained and we're seeing what's going on, we're able to stop ourselves from that, and we be curious, not judgmental, right? And once we're curious, we're not judgmental. We start, you know, our thirst for knowledge becomes a lot more. There's more hunger in there, and then we keep satisfying it and try to satisfying it through listening to smart people and listening to motivational speakers. And if you fortunate, and guys, if you have an opportunity to get a life coach and someone's offering it for free, do it. I highly recommend it. These things are very expensive. When I did it, it was it was a couple $1,000s, and that was a long time ago. And now I see people offering it that have a lot of credentials, and I mean, you can boost your level of anything. If it's want to be self-improvement, self-development, uh, spiritual development, financial development, making a business out of something you enjoy, by all means do it. Go and do it. It saves you a lot of work and hassle, because these people have already done that, and you can use their platform, and you can use their guidance. They can be your coach. And right now, hopefully, you have a lot of downtime to do that, right? You have a lot of downtime to do that, and you'll be able to accomplish or achieve anything, right? I remember there was a long time ago. When I was working at my old investment brokerage firm. We were closing. I mean, the minimum account value was about $1 million at that time with the team I was working with, and the big thing was someone. The guy that my team, my business partner now, at that time, it was a big and it's still a big deal, but he closed a $40 million account. It was someone in the television and broadcasting system, and this person, not a person, he knows what he has. He's grateful for what he has, and he's very resourceful, not meaning cheap, resourceful. He has access. People within the program that are specifically designed and specifically that cater to this class of person and this class of investment style. He called them up and used them and implemented them in his process. He didn't think he knew everything, even though at that time he was managing maybe 300 or 400 million, and now it's a little bit more than $1 billion. but it's $300 or $400 million, and he didn't at that level. He was the youngest senior vice president. He was the youngest vice president to ever be at the firm. All right, and he let me use his business model to approach clients and such. And I was at 22, and it was a very big deal. It's still a very big deal. I was able to do that, implement that. But he went and flew wherever to where he had to go to get the $40 million account, and I think he still has it. And now he's the director of a private wealth management, and which is a huge accomplishment. The point of this is that without grateful gratitude and being genuine or authentic, I don't think these things could have happened. I really don't. So if we're trying to tackle something big in our lives, whether it be emotional, whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual, these three things, grateful, gratitude, and genuine, would be. Well, I think they're very integral. It would be it's essential. It's a necessity. And you're grateful when you're trying to, if you have a specific goal. Let's say it's weightlifting or something, or a diet, or getting to a certain level of your body and physique and fitness. You're grateful and gratitude genuine, and you know that you have these things. When you start looking exactly for the specific product you need to eat, at what time, and how to take it, and you're taking measurements and you're doing that, you're grateful because, and you have gratitude and genuine because you're not doing it in a rush. You're taking the measurements, you know what you have, you do these in a certain fashion, and it becomes systematic, right? Sometimes we're in a rush. You're a human being. We're human beings. You have a family, daughter, mother, son, child, children, whatever. That's completely fine. But when you're grateful and gratitude and genuine, you're able to say, man, at that point in time, damn, that sucks. But then you look back at it when you're driving your car and you say, you know what? I'm one lucky person because I'm able to do that. I realize that your self-awareness now is heightened because you're able to recognize that. You're driving that wouldn't happen, right? And for some people, it's not our natural mind is not to go positive or laugh or something like that. That's the way a lot of people are brought up, and that's completely fine. But as long as we acknowledge something is funny, and as long as we acknowledge that I can see this situation through two sets of eyes, positive and negative, and then you can choose which is more beneficial for me, positive thinking and perspective, or negative thinking perspective for this particular situation. And then from there you can go and you can make your own decisions. The dynamics and the chemistry of your thinking and how you implement your actions is what's going to ultimately determine how you're going to feel and how you're going to approach things and what the result will be. But again, these is just a guideline I want to put out for free. I'm not trying to make any money off of you for this. So this was G, and I really am grateful for you guys. You give me something to look forward to, and I wanted to do these types of things, especially right now. The emotional climate outside is it's different than it is usual. But we want to take a time out, thank our nurses, thank our doctors, thank the general public, the delivery people. Thank yourselves for staying sane, and people who are close to you or you haven't talked to, even if you had enemies at the time, whatever. Put aside your differences if you can and come together. It'll be a lot easier thing to do and get this world in a better place. And all the organizations that are raising money, I mean, I know out in California, I know Pharrell just raised about 14 million or 7 million through the World's Kitchen. I think it's WCK.org. I mean, they're doing their craft, which is the musician and producing. So this is a huge accomplishment. People are coming together, and There's also people out there that are not able to have food and light and the necessities of living. And if we can donate, we donate. I know I did. I donated whatever amount that I can. I don't feel comfortable discussing the amount because it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant as long as you could donate. So please donate if you can. Love you, nurses, doctors, firefighters, first responders. You guys are the best. And please, if you can't find beauty, create it. Create, create, create. And please excuse my appearance if my face is shiny. It's because I have my skin regimen that I have to put on because of my dermatologist recommended it, and it seems like it's working. So I'm grateful for that. Find something to be grateful for today. If you don't really have it, already have it. I have 10 things typically. Find something. Try to laugh at a funny joke or something stupid. If you have a pet, hug it. And I'm sending much love out there. If you can't find beauty, create it. First, we start a positive impact in here, inside here. Then we start a positive impact out there. In here first, then out there. Okay? I want to appreciate you listening to me for 21 and 21 seconds, 21 minutes and 21 seconds. And I am going to take off. I paused Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. I recorded it, so I'm going to get back there and work on some stuff, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.